Well, another week in gaming, another wrap up. You know what it is. It's time for the weekly wrap up, guys. Let's go! So there really wasn't that much news going on this week, but that doesn't mean there's not enough to talk about. There's plenty to go around to talk about. So with that said, here's the news to wrap you guys up for this week, the week of August 22nd, 2014. Microsoft appears to be working on a new feature for the Xbox One. Now, this feature would make it possible for gamers to download their games and play for free for that moment in time to make sure that they don't suck prior to purchase. In a tweet addressing the new feature, IGN asked the official Xbox account about the new feature, which was discovered by a Reddit user. At the time, the Reddit user located the listing under a news section titled Free Play Day with Gold. Microsoft's response to IGN on Twitter was, quote, "Gotcha. Looks like it is actually. We'll be in touch here shortly," unquote. The feature appears that it will only be available now for Xbox Gold subscribers at the present time. If those details happen to change, I'll be sure to go ahead and let you guys know. A fan-made Metal Gear Remake has been canceled by the developer. They went ahead and cited the reason for canceling it due to the inability to reach an agreement with Konami. So sad, guys. Check this out. Ian Radcliffe, a member of the Remake's development team, stated that unfortunately, we can no longer go ahead with the project. It seems the guys over at Konami couldn't agree on a decision, so they had no choice but to go ahead and shut us down. According to this trailer released in May, Solid Snake's original voice actor, David Hayter, had been assigned for voice work, and other developers who had work on the series games such as Gears of War and also Infamous. Originally, Konami had given their blessing to the team to go ahead and proceed with the project. At this point, it's unclear what kind of disagreement drew the project to a halt. No further information has been provided as far as an appeal, so it actually does appear that this project is at a complete standstill. Snake, what's wrong? Snake, what's the matter? Snake, can you hear me? Snake? Snake, come in! Snake! Following my story last week on the rise of the Tomb Raider's Xbox exclusiveness, Eurogamer has released a full transcript of the discussion during Gamescom that it had with Phil Spencer about the deal between Microsoft and Square Enix. You will not believe the real reason of why this deal actually went down. Check this out. He was quoted by saying, "I knew there would be some pushback when he came out. I'm a big fan of Uncharted, and I wish we had an action-adventure game of that ilk. We've started some, and we've looked at them, but we don't have one today of that quality. This is an opportunity." So, there you have it. The deal that was made between Crystal Dynamics and Microsoft has to deal with competing with Uncharted. Will it be enough to compete? Personally, I don't think so. But what can I say? Time will tell. We'll just have to wait and see. Shuhei Yoshida, president of Sony's Worldwide Studios, admitted that he had no idea that Rise of the Tomb Raider would be announced as an Xbox exclusive ahead of the Microsoft's presser at Gamescom. Spoilers, Shuhei! Spoilers! Speaking to Eurogamer, Shuhei stated, quote, "Tomb Raider being exclusive, it's very interesting the way Phil Spencer said. What we are saying is in holiday 2015, Tomb Raider is exclusive to Xbox. So it's open to interpretation." He went on saying, "I hope the game will come out eventually on PS4, but how can I tell? Other than that cryptic message by Phil Spencer. If you're a marketing person to Square and projecting sales for the game, if it doesn't come out on PS4, it must have lots of units that must be covered by some means." Sony's president of Worldwide Studios, Shuhei Yoshida, had absolutely no idea that Microsoft had exclusive rights to Rise of the Tomb Raider. It'll be really interesting to see if Microsoft has anything else up their sleeves to go ahead and hand out off to Sony. We'll have to just wait and see what Sony has planned to Counter-Strike coming up here at the Tokyo Game Show. And that's about all the news that we have for this week. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Of course, if you want more video game news and reviews, make sure you keep it locked right here on 8-Bit Fix. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button because the weekly wrap-up has more video game wrap-up news coming at you each and every week. I'm Elward Perkins, and you have been wrapped up. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a great week.